Yes, sir. I'm searching for where is sharing screen option.
It is at the bottom right, present now.
Oh, here, sir. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Sir, see, sir. It will be like
Coming up.
this, sir.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I can see. Now, can you play it?
Happy Deepavali.
Sir, did you hear it, sir?
Yes, I heard. Whose voice was that?
It's some girl's voice, sir.
Happy Deepavali.
Yeah, why you didn't put your voice?
Simply, sir, I didn't put my voice.
Yeah, put your voice. No, it will be interesting. Can you show us the code?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Jishnu. Afterwards, you can show your cricket match.
See, sir.
Very
So
nice.
type HAPPYDEEPAWALLI. It became 1 hour.
Okay. But Deepavali spelling is not correct.
I don't know Deepavali.
You have to say D-double-E, the. Then single pa is enough. Otherwise, Deepa it will become. Deepavali. And again, for Li, one single L, single I. There's no need to put double L. Okay. And
Yeah.
what is that sprite? Happy Deepavali. Do you want to do something about it? I see you have created so many of them.
You can change that sprite's costume if you want. See, you can change that costume like this also.
Yeah, show it.
Only one costume is there for. And for this girl,
Now, how do you? You can actually make the Happy Deepavali also blink. The backside, what you have created, since you have used everything a separate sprite.
yes, sir.
Okay. We will show you how to do it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, did you like it?
Yes, sir.
What will you want to learn today?
Today I want to learn Python exercises. I don't know how to do exercises so much, but I want to learn little bit exercises.
Okay.
I'll stop sharing, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. So today we will see what we can do with Python. Yeah, Jishnu, you can share your screen now and show us what you have done in your cricket match. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Jishnu, are you there? Okay, we will wait. Shri, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So, what did you do last 2 weeks?
Sir, last 2 weeks was full of festival. I was trying to study about while loop.
Mm-hmm.
I did for loop. I was not able to understand while loop. So I was taking the help of W3 schools and trying to do it.
Okay, did you understand or you want me to help?
Sir, I tried to make a descending order table in Python using while loop,
Mm-hmm.
but it was coming as some invalid syntax.
Mm-hmm. Do you want us to help you now? I can help you. Can you share your screen?
Okay, sir. Just tell me.
Or
What's
Shri,
the
what is
descending
descending
order
order?
table?
Sir, the program will be like the first this program will ask the user to enter enter how much up do you want to go,
Mm,
and then it will ask which numbers table you want,
mm.
and then it will print it like if it's like he's telling he wants 10 stable and he wants to go till 5, then it will be like 10 fives are then 10 fours are like that.
Oh,
So is
very
it a
interesting.
number
Can you
descending order for multiplication?
So
who is this Epic Ways Gaming Studio, Tarang?
Sir,
yeah,
my mom's email ID changed, so now I'm logged in like this only.
Okay, okay.
Sir, for me, I had exams, sir. So after the exam, I've been trying to learn editing.
Hmm. Yes, we can.
yes sir, can you see my screen?
Where is the while loop? I don't see any while loop here.
Yes sir, so I was trying. Sir, here is if.
So you have not yet coded for while.
No, I'm
No,
using
if is
if
not a
only.
loop. No, if is just a condition.
Yes.
Okay, how now up you want to go? Choice input. Okay, again,
Kiran uncle,
yeah.
why use a while loop for this? I didn't get the point of the while loop. Like, there's a specific number she wants to go up to,
Like
right?
in
So
No, while
why?
loop, she wants to make it infinite loop so that
Oh,
it can keep asking again and again, and it can keep printing again and again.
So it won't stop the program.
Then you can code
yeah
if you
till
press
0.
Q, get out. Like that, you can break the while loop. No?
Yes, sir, but
Yes,
for
but
that
I
you have
have
to
done
type
it.
it, right? Otherwise it'll just keep going.
Yeah, yeah. Keep going means it will wait for your input. It will print and it will wait for your input.
So here my condition if count is 0, then it will stop.
Hmm.
But if I run this, what happens?
Yeah. Anyway, still long way to go. Yeah. Okay. Now, yeah. Because you have given yes at the end, you have to give it in the beginning.
Sir, she has to convert the string into integer, no, sir?
Yeah. Before she compares, yeah, she uses in if block. Yes. Yeah. I think Sri, he have to do lot more work. You can continue. Anyway, W3 schools has a lot of information. One is even you find out what is wrong with your input statement. It is stopping you there itself.
Okay, sir. I
Okay,
will
once
try.
once you correct that, then you will move to the next. So as Meghna or Ananya said, yeah, you have to convert that input number into text into number because you are using it as a number, right?
Okay, sir. So I will see this how to solve this issue.
Yeah, it's an
And then,
interesting problem. Do it and ask. You can ask in the WhatsApp group. One of us will help you.
okay, sir.
Okay, nice job. Good idea.
Sir, in the last class which I had joined, you had told you will find that. Sir, in the last class when I joined, you told you will try to find that one editing app and you'll tell me. Have you found anything?
Editing for what?
Sir, I need to learn editing.
Editing of what?
Sir, videos and photos.
Okay. Yeah. I found it. I will tell you. It's I think OBS Studio.
Okay, sir. Sir, OBS Studios.
1 second. Let me tell you exact name.
Sir, it is open broadcast software.
Milind. Yeah, I will give you the exact URL.
Sir, is this URL even for Windows 7?
Yes. Just a second. I found the URL. I am putting it in the chat box.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's OBS project. Yeah, as I think somebody rightly said, it's open broadcasting software. Okay,
I
now,
still didn't understand what Shri was trying to do, so can you explain?
yeah,
please?
I will explain. For example, if you want to print a table in reversing order, for example, 10, if you start, 10 nines are 90, 10 eights are 80, 10 sevens are 70, like that. You come in the reverse order.
Oh, okay.
That becomes descending, right?
Sir, so she wanted to code she wanted to make the project in such a way you type in two numbers and it will multiply those numbers in descending order.
It won't multiply, it will give you the table. For example, if you say, give me a table of 10, it will go up to 1, 10 ones are 10. From 10 9 to 10 1, it will go 9, 8, 7, 6, like that.
So
Okay,
she
sir.
was asking that how much you want to go up to input statement, right? So that's where you want to start from the descending.
Yeah, which table is it? Is it 10 table, 9 table, 8 table, like that?
Oh,
So now that the internet is ubiquitously available, nobody cares to learn tables. Do you people still learn tables?
Yes, sir.
So till what you can, till which number?
Sir, till 12.
Oh, why you stopped at 12?
So simply, I had no interest to learn further. We
Oh,
can just multiply it easily.
is it Chetna?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Actually, you should give some exercise to your brain also.
Sir, I learned till 20, but I forgot. I just remember till 15.
Yeah. It's better to learn at least till 20, so it will help you in day-to-day transactions. Otherwise, the sabji walas will be much more smarter than you. Or Chetna?
Sir, I know, I think up to 17 mentally.
Yeah. Learn up to 20.
Yes,
Sir,
sir. Sir, whenever somebody asks me to multiply, sir, most of the time I can do it in my mind only.
yes, sir, that's one easy trick to do it. We will learn that long tables.
Oh, that's nice.
Sir, one trick which I used to use, sir, when we used to go to school, my friends and I used to play like a number game. So
Hmm.
every time when we won, we used to give ourselves points and then multiplied it. So we used to play that game a lot. So after playing that game, all of us have been able to easily multiply numbers in our mind.
Mm-hmm. When I ask you 3 fours are how much, do you multiply or you just say?
Sir, we
Sir,
just play.
sir, we just say.
That means you don't even think, right? When I ask you
No,
3 twos are
sir,
how much?
when you ask big numbers like let's say 18 into 6, then we think, but small numbers 3, 4 are 12, then it's very easy.
Sir, we can blindly say the answer is 12.
Yeah. So look at the power of our brain. So why do we uh, actually can tell you so confidently without any doubt, even while we are sleeping, you can, if it is small numbers, right? 3 fours are, 6 twos are, 7 fives are. So we will, without even thinking, we will say. That means we are reserving our CPU for something more complicated,
Yes,
right?
sir.
How does this happen?
Sir, by practice, and I guess it remains in our brain for a long time because we
Yeah, it's
practice.
a interesting psychology. Our human brain also. Our human brain is not digital, by the way. We don't we don't care about the zeros and ones. Only computer cares about zeros and ones. We
Yes,
like pictures. We like the much more colorful things, right? We want to be much more creative. So it gets ingrained in our memory more and more. You do some things, it will become so natural to us that we don't even think, and we will be correct actually. For example, whenever you step on some sharp object, do you think and process like how computer does? If it is sharp, I should be careful.
No, sir,
It
it's
should be.
just a response to stimuli.
no.
Yeah.
So our
So
brain automatically makes our nerves and muscles automatically move.
Yeah. True. Yeah, more and more, you basically, at least, especially with these numbers, you, if you have to keep relying on your calculator for doing simple maths and simple numbers, then you are not giving enough, basically, uh, our memory for you to do much more interesting things. Anyway, we'll come to that psychology later. Nutan, are you there? Sorry, Netra,
Yes, sir.
would you like to show your story, what you created, and tell us briefly about the computation?
Yes, sir, sure.
Share your screen first, and then you can briefly introduce yourself and then
The
talk about it.
competition is already over, so shall I give an overview of it?
Yeah, you can give the overview and briefly tell your background also. Where do you study, which standard?
Yes, sir.
Share your screen first.
So hope you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Yes, so sir, this is my app. So this app I've created for the Technots of competition, wherein you were the chief guest and you gave a really nice speech.
Which school had organized this?
Sir, Srimati Kamlabai Institution.
Okay. So, and how many schools participated?
Sir, I'm not sure about that.
Approximately?
So maybe 5 to 6.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead. And the competition was about you can create anything using technology, is it?
Yes, sir. Like they had given a few suggestions for suppose game creation, app creation,
Mm-hmm.
but they told that you can use any source.
Mm-hmm.
So I have used code.org and this is the JavaScript syntax.
Mm-hmm.
This is an event-driven app.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever we use code.org, we have to focus on the design. So first, like if you want to paste the image here, you can either paste the image URL or you can upload it from your device.
Now, hold on. What is event driven?
So event driven is nothing but actions. So on event is nothing but an action. So
Mm-hmm.
here we can see on event button one. So button one is nothing but the ID of a button. So this is
Mm-hmm.
my button one, and there are many screens in this app. So this tells that when button one is clicked, what should we do?
No, can we start from the beginning? We don't even know how to come to this screen. Can you start with your can go to code.org and can you start from there?
Yes, sir, no problem. Yes, sir. So first we have to click on create, and to go to this page, first we have to create our own account there.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, when we click on create, we have to click on app lab. So basically here there are, like many labs wherein you can create like sprite lab, artist lab, app lab, game lab, dance party, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And also you can create your own Minecraft,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So coming back, but there's a disadvantage of code.org. Like if your code is really long, it takes a lot of time to do the actions.
Mm-hmm.
Like my code is approximately 411 lines, so it's taking much time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here either you can code in blocks or the JavaScript.
Mm-hmm. So, what did you use? Code, blocks, or JavaScript?
So JavaScript.
Mm-hmm. Why was that?
Sir, because just dragging and dropping blocks is more simple, but if we type it on our own, it's better.
Okay. Yeah, you can learn what's happening inside.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So this is an event-driven app. So we have many event, like every element ID. So here I have focused on the code, basically in the coding part. But we can, like design stuff with the help of code and using the design tab. So this is an image and this is called a label. Like here you can write your text and like here you can style it with the text color, etc. Font family.
So this image, that healthy hygiene and all, you have uploaded, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So then
Is
now,
that how your app will look when you open it? The word
yeah,
thing
yeah,
and then it says.
yeah. But you can't select and all. I don't know why. Like code.org does not allow that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So now here set screen means to go to a particular screen. Here we can see from the drop down whatever screens are available in our app. And we can also add screens from the design mode. Like we have to just take screen and drag and drop here. Else like from the drop down, you can select new screen.
Got it. Now can you run it? Yeah, this, otherwise in
Yes,
one
sir.
go it won't be too much to digest.
Yes, sir. So when we click on get started, we go to the next page. And for this, the event handler and the set screen is responsible for that.
So all these images you have to upload, right?
Yes, sir. Everything we have to do.
Hmm.
And then on the next page, like my content starts.
Hmm.
So here, like everything is mostly event driven in this app. But as we move forward, so I can say that every element has its own element ID. So we have to type it. And then this is a menu style. So whenever I click on anything, suppose keep an eye on portions. So we go to the particular page and the back to menu button to go back to the menu.
Oh, you can click on the menu also, is it?
Yes, sir. Like you can
So
click on
that's
any
like
element. Like
so
either
that's
you
like
can click on the screen or any, element.
Hmm.
so that works like hyperlink in PowerPoint, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, go ahead.
So like the same works for everything. And then when we go to next, we go to a new topic and the same. So here, like we have something called as balance, right? So in the balance set, I've created a drop down. So
Hmm.
how this works is the if statements are responsible for this. So suppose from here I select fruits and vegetables and click on OK. So I
Hmm.
go to the particular page. So how does this happen? So for this we use if and else statements.
Hmm.
So yeah, here we can see that's the code for that. So let's go back to the menu. So this is the OK button. So this is my button 24. So when this is clicked, the computer makes a decision. So here, if you got the text as fruits and vegetables from drop down one, then set the screen as so and so.
Hmm.
Else, and then all the other options.
Hmm.
So now again, I have a go to quiz option here. So I've changed the color scheme again to differentiate it from the other topics. So here, these white buttons are known as radio buttons. Okay, like here also the computer is making decisions. Suppose I click on diet and healthy eating, and when I click on submit, it tells me if the answer is correct or wrong. And
Okay.
then here, suppose I select the wrong answer, it shows the wrong answer page with the correct answer suggestion. And then
This is
same.
good. I think let's wait and see if there are any questions. This, otherwise it will become too much.
Yes, sir.
Kiran uncle, I have a question.
Hmm. Yeah, go
So
ahead.
like she's created many widgets here, right? So
Hmm.
does this website or what she's using give an option to create it, or like what do you
Yeah,
do?
yeah, you can create this full-fledged app which she has created. So you
Mm-hmm.
can run it on your mobile.
Oh,
Yeah, just we need
okay.
to click on share and then you can click on send to phone and you will get something like a QR code. After you scan it, you'll go to your browser with the link. Else you can also copy the link.
Why does it say you can only enter a US phone number?
Don't worry
I
about
don't
it.
know why.
Don't worry about it. That's a simple detail, no? Probably US phone numbers are freely you can use. In India, Indian government doesn't allow us to use Indian phone number on internet.
Yeah, and the same is there for the other questions. And there's nothing like a skip
Sir,
button.
sir, I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
So can we code only JavaScript here?
Yes. Like you can also use blocks here. Like in the text also you can add blocks like here and all.
Yeah, I got that. Is it only available for JavaScript?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually,
Oh,
I
hold on. Once, Chetna, what was you want to use something else?
So no, I know Python right now. So if it is available in Python, I could use it. I don't know JavaScript yet.
Anyway, JavaScript is almost similar to
Yes,
Python only.
like
As you see, it's
start
a very
with block.
mostly like English only,
Yeah,
right?
you can
So it's
start
very
with
easy if you
block.
know
And then
Python.
after that, when you go to text, you'll understand it better.
Okay.
Kiran uncle, when I
Yes, sir,
visited
I'll
this
try.
website, I think it also gave an option for Python, but I'm not sure if it's this app lab thing. But I remember,
Yeah, no, anyway, you need not have to be concerned that whether it allows Python or not. Anyway, there's nothing harm in learning JavaScript because the whole world is using JavaScript. Okay, whether you call Node or whether you call Angular or whether you call React, everything is a JavaScript. So there's nothing wrong. But I'm not sure if Python has all these features. It, yeah, there might be libraries which are available. But anyway, let's explore. But good point is, anyway, this is a very intuitive way to get started. You can get started without having to know about programming fundamentals or object-oriented design, like how you can do it in Scratch. They have a hidden lot of implementation details. That's the one advantage which will help you to get started. Yeah, here, more than coding, you will solve a problem. That is the key, so that you can start thinking what problems you can solve by technology. For example, in this case, what Netra has done is she's using this app to, I think, to educate students about, children about what is the healthy diet, right, Netra?
Yes, healthy diet and fitness.
Yeah, healthy diet and fitness, that is the key than coding in this. Coding is a bonus, but again, this might not give you from the basics, from the first principles, which we are trying to do in Python, where we are learning how to do simple print and simple mathematics and simple while loop. I think that will give you much more stronger base and foundation. This will give you an idea of the end result. Okay, let's balance both. Let's do this as well as that, so that because the other one from first principles, if you learn, then your base will be very strong. Foundation will be very strong.
Yes, sir. Can I continue?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so after all these question answers, I have something like score here. So the score can vary depending on your answers here. So that's why I've used something called variable. So whenever I click on show score, so it shows my correct score. So how I've done this is here we can see first I have added a variable. var is nothing but variable and score 1 is my variable name. And first I've set it to 0. And then according to your answers, I have added the score here. We can see like I have added the score. Score 1 is equal to score 1 plus 1. So it depends on your answers and same for the other questions. So then when
Sir, it is just like Python, sir. You are right.
So then now we are moving to the next part, which is fitness. It's just the same, but there's a twist here at the end because I have added something like a feedback page. So this is a good feedback and a bad feedback. Suppose I click on the bad feedback, it it will give a sound. And when I click on reset, so here actually at the end I have used something like create record because I want to take the record that whoever has given which feedback. So here we can see, I'll just go to the feedback page. Yeah. So this is my image 52. So I'm telling that whenever image 52 is clicked, you have to create a record.
I
And
have
this
one
record
question
is
here. instead of image 52, can you name it as smiley 1 and smiley 2?
Yes, sir. We can edit it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I think it's always a good practice to name your controls with logical names. Otherwise, what will happen? This is already you said you have 400 lines, right?
Yes, sir.
Then afterwards you will lose track, which is this button 1 or which is this image 1 and which screen it is coming.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, good. Go ahead.
Yeah, so here I'm telling that whenever the smiley image is clicked, we have to create a record, and this record is being created in the data tab. So here we can see we have good feedback and bad feedback. So whenever I click on good feedback, we can see that how many people have given the good feedback.
Oh, you get access to data also, is it?
Yes, sir.
Where does data get stored?
Sir, in the data tab. And to do this, like we have to go to data, and then here we have create record. So from there we can create our records. So here I have created the table name. So good feedback is the table name. And now from where should we get the data now? So here something like get image URL is used.
Now this is fine. Show me how do you view the data once it is stored?
Yes, sir. Like first we have to go to data tab, and then we have to click on the table we want to view. Like good feedback, we'll get it. Like it takes a bit time, but yeah, we'll get it. And like just now I gave the bad feedback, so we also get that.
No, why is it giving you the URL instead of data?
So actually there's nothing like get image here, that's why. Like I added get image URL instead of get image, that's why. It works for both text, image, drop down, anything.
Okay. Yeah, hold on. Here another key thing is you are now in 6th standard, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, there is another interesting step which you can do before you get onto this development where you can create basically a visual mind map of what is where is your data residing, where is your user interface, and where is your how the data is flowing.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
that will be much easier for anybody to understand. Right now, I see they have made you to do end to end. That's excellent, actually. Whether it's a UI, then there is a validation, then there is a data processing and updating the data. Then they also made you to view the data, which is the entire system you have made.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is excellent. Now
Thank
let's
you,
see
sir.
if there are any questions.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Kiran?
Very much, Sanam.
Okay. First of all, I thought I think you're in 6th standard, right? It's
yes,
doing
sir.
a great job.
Thank you.
I think the amount of detail you are able to show, your understanding you are able to bring in is excellent. And this lesson, is it your textbook lesson? Health and fitness is your science lesson which you convert into this program?
Sorry, could you please repeat?
Yeah. Is it your 6th standard science lesson which you actually
No,
converted to that?
no, I just searched like on the web.
Oh, okay. Good job.
Yeah,
Thank
Sanam,
you.
just to give you another background, this was part of a competition where she entered in one of the school. Okay, she interestingly, this is conducted by one of the school which has a Niti Ayog, this Atal Tinkering Lab. This is part
Oh,
of all
okay.
the schools who are registered for ATL were invited for that competition. And all students were expected to do one project leveraging technology. That's all the input they got. And look at how interestingly they have come up with these creative problems and solutions.
Yeah, excellent. I think, as you said, the whole idea is to understand the problem domain and then transfer into app. important thing is that you should be able to understand the problem statement well. I think coding comes next, as you said, but in the design aspect is what I think very well visible here.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, now the children, when they are learning at such an young age, instead of by hearting the syntax, because there is C, Java, Python, it will be mind-boggling if they go behind each and every programming logic. Instead, this is a nice way where they get exposed to solve a social problem leveraging technology.
Yeah, I think definitely, I think we need both. The one is a top-down approach, which is what is visible right now. What code.org is given is the tools to do a top-down approach. And learning a language is like a bottom-up approach. I think children would need to do both so that they can, learn the fundamentals of technology well.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, probably I think that's where you and me can make a difference to these young children. We will also show you what is entity relationship diagram and data flow diagram, etc. And so that you will also write some simple blocks before you get onto the coding. Otherwise, you will not even realize how complex it can get. I don't know, Netra, if you were aware that the number of lines will go to 400 when you started, right? That one.
No, sir, I never knew that.
Then once it becomes 400, you don't know what to do with that. Another biggest problem is if you try to fix one problem, another problem will come in another line. Okay, to avoid that, from the beginning, when you are learning, if you learn perfectly, there's a saying, right? Practice makes one perfect. It is not just practice, it is perfect. Practice makes one perfect. So if you start doing right from this young age, then it will become, it will be in your blood. That means whatever you do, you will think like an object-oriented way. That will go a long way in finding the solution. Thanks a lot and keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Wait, Ganesh, let me complete this conversation. So another interesting thing, Sayanam, in this is yesterday Netra showed us this one Janagadamana song which she created for the first time.
Yeah.
Interestingly, she learned from other children who are Chetna and Meghna, who had shown in the 2 weeks back.
Yeah.
So
now learning is happening, and there's a lot of motivation.
True. Now look at it. Each and every child is coming up with their own strengths.
Yeah.
Now, she has shown us what is the code.org is doing. Interestingly, code.org is working very closely with us. Anyway, we in Infosys also, we are working with them closely, both in US and UK. Very soon we will start here as well through Raspberry Pi Foundation. Raspberry Pi Foundation India is now they are setting it up. So I am also working with them. And they are also leveraging this code.org's good collection of these nice projects and competitions, and they are also trying to organize it here. So good to see the dots are getting connected, irrespective of whether it is informal gathering or formal arrangement. That's a very good sign.
I see that actually Infosys effort in on the code.org, and then there is one couple of other sites as well where Infosys is actually prominently sponsoring this technology learning.
Yeah. That is true. Even for me, it was a pleasant introduction. Even though I know about code.org, I did not go into depth of what they're doing. So today, thanks to Netra, they have met.
For quite some time. I know about that, but I think I haven't seen this aspect of full-fledged application with neat separation between code, UI elements, and the data. That's very brilliant.
Yeah. There are a lot of commercial products like Thunkable, which I had seen, where their target anyway to attract these youngsters to advertise, whereas code.org does with a non-commercial mind that makes it clean, and we can also go full-fledged way.
Yeah. So I just said, I don't know the how comprehensive is the app on the mobile, because if the editing power is available on the mobile, then it becomes more accessible to more children. So not everybody might have a laptop. But at the same time, form factor could be a problem if you are using mobile to develop such things.
No, now
So,
with the advent of Raspberry Pi, I think this problem will go away.
yeah,
So
definitely, yeah, more people can afford a Raspberry, and then
yeah. Even we are experimenting, even though look at it, this is an informal gathering. With this itself, we are already seeing at least 10 of the kids in this group are already started using.
yeah.
So then, yeah, it should be. Yeah, I think that is the anyway. We cannot do with zero cost. There has to be some cost, yeah. But with the budget approach, we can definitely move ahead.
Yeah, I think once Raspberry comes in, I'm sure there will be a lot more CSR sponsors who would be willing to, loosen their pockets and spend on it. I think
Yeah,
that's easy because the unit level cost will be much lower.
yeah,
It's easier to, sponsor more schools and children.
yeah. So Ganesh, I know I saw your question that you joined late and you're not understanding what's happening. Don't worry, I will share the recording, and you can also learn slowly. There's no hurry. Yeah, this might be overwhelming if you start abruptly in between. So anyway, this is the first time in anyway all the 32 kids who are in this group today have seen this. So everybody is also in the same boat. What will help is you go through the recording. I'm recording it. So then you go step by step. Then it will help you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Another question regarding your Google Meet not working on Firefox browser. I will check that out probably while during this session itself. And also another thing you should note is Raspberry Pi by default does not have camera and does not have microphone. So both are needed for doing any
Yes.
online conference. So without that, you will be again handicapped, even though then you will end up just seeing the screen. You cannot hear, you cannot speak. So still you will
Yeah.
have to go with your mobile only for complete experience of this online meetings. However, I will also tell you how to equip with the microphone and the speaker to your Raspberry Pi as well, so that you can do full-fledged Google Meet on Raspberry Pi. That is possible because I have already experimented that. Okay, now let's move on and let's go over to Jishnu. Jishnu, can you show your screen? Jishnu, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, would you like to share your screen and show what you have done in cricket match on Scratch?
Sir, network issue, sir. Unable to log in.
No
Sir,
problem.
2 minutes, sir. I'll log in,
you
sir. Once
you
it
come
comes,
you come back
I'll
in
message,
the
sir.
meantime. Yeah. In the meantime, we will see what Pranav has to show us with the Raspberry Pi. Pranav, over to you.
Yes, sir. So, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, very clearly.
Yeah, so I have joined with 2 accounts actually. So one will be showing the whole setup, and then the other one I'll just share the screen and show the code and everything.
Sure. Yeah, we can see your Raspberry Pi.
Okay, yes. So this is the main Raspberry Pi, and then so I used a breadboard also for this experiment to make it like a bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
And this is I'm going to show a demo of an ultrasound
You have to
dispenser.
go a bit slowly because a lot of children are seeing Raspberry Pi for the first time.
Okay.
So yeah, and let me just hold on. Let me also show. Yeah, go ahead, Shanam.
Yeah, so here, I think we are not able to see the full screen. I don't know whether it's my
No,
setup or...
he's not. No, he's not sharing. He's just projecting his camera.
Oh, okay.
It's intentional.
Okay.
Just a second. Just for the benefit of other children, let me just show in my camera what you're showing. That nobody is thinking where is Raspberry Pi here.
Okay.
So yeah, this is Raspberry Pi cover removed. Okay, the cover has been there. I have removed it, which you are seeing what Pranav is also doing. Okay, he has taken out this piece alone, which is the core CPU. The rest is just a plastic. This is cover. So now you can see the pins. You can see there are 40 pins, these pins, which he is using, where he is connected simple copper cables. Okay, they're connecting wires. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yes. I have used 4 pins for the of the Raspberry Pi for this. One is the VCC, which supplies main power. Then the other one is the ground, so the negative terminal basically. Then after that, the 2 other are like basic input outputs for the sensor to like send the distance and all that. And
yeah, hold on. Let me explain. In this, the key thing is normally we will use one of the pins where we can program input or output. We can configure this as to read the voltage or to set the voltage. Then another pin which you use is the ground pin. Okay, you need at least one programmable this pin. It's called one GPIO, which the pin. Usually we will use like pins like pin number 18, etc. We will just share the pin nomenclature and for what purpose it is used. Okay, don't worry if this is your first session and you are not able to fully get it. We will send complete documentation which you can slowly read. There is no hurry. Okay. Yeah. So how many pins you have used in this, Pranav?
4.
4 pins. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Which are the pins? Pin numbers or GPIO numbers?
I've used GPIO 4 and 7, I think. Yeah, 7.
Okay, both are programmable, is it?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. And also you must be using ground pin.
Yes, yeah, ground and VCC, 5 volt.
Yeah, ground. Yeah, there is a pin called VCC. There are 2 the extreme pins here. One is gives you constant voltage 3.5. Another gives constant voltage 5. So in this case, he is telling he is used one pin which gives you constant voltage of 5. Whereas other pins 4 and 7, either you can set the voltage or you can measure the voltage. Yeah, go ahead, Pranav.
Yes, sir. So I've connected everything to the breadboard over here. So I've even used a few resistors. Like actually, you need one 1K resistor and one 2K resistor. But then I don't have 2K resistors, so I just like relayed 2 1K resistors to make it act like one 2K resistor. So here is the other 2 1K resistors which are acting like.
No, don't worry. I don't think they will understand what's happening. Just show the output.
Okay, okay. So should I start sharing my screen?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sir. So can you see my screen?
It's coming up.
Okay, okay.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. So I've already set the Raspberry Pi. So first I'll show you my code. 1 second. 1 second. So, okay, so you can see my screen, right?
No, you have to share again.
Oh, okay, sorry. Now?
Yes, it's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see it now.
Yeah, so this is the code which I've written.
Yeah, code looks very simple.
Now I'm just gonna run it. So I've even kept a scale to measure the distance in real life also, except for the sensor too. And I'm measuring the distance between the sensor and the monitor here. I'm using a monitor, so I'm measuring the distance between the sensor and the monitor.
Just for a while, can you just share the other video as a so that we will also see what's happening?
I've actually switched on the video too.
No, just use the share option in the other mobile which you are using to show us your setup instead of the code, because code anyway we will not understand.
Okay. I'll just stop sharing.
No, you share it here.
Yeah, share the other mobile.
Open the mobile screen here.
Okay, yeah. Yep. Can you see
Yes,
it?
yes. Now we can see it.
Yeah, so this is the sensor. I've kept a scale. I've kept it at the distance of around 30 centimeters approximately from the monitor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to run the code. Wait. Oh, okay. Sorry, the VCC got disconnected.
No problem. Take your time.
Okay, now I'll have to. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it says 30.94 centimeters. Yeah, so I've kept it around 30 centimeters distance.
Mm-hmm.
It's 30.94. So can you hear me?
Yeah.
And if I keep it a bit closer, like suppose 18 centimeters, I've kept it around 18 centimeters around that mark. Okay, 20 centimeters. Okay.
Wonderful. What is the obstacle which you are keeping? We are seeing only your.
Yes, the monitor. The monitor.
Oh, okay. Monitor itself. Okay. Excellent. Now let's show the real life usage of this. What's your view? Where is it useful?
It can be used in like automated robots or cars, like when it can it can sense obstacles. This is just one of the uses. It can sense like an obstacle in front of it. Like you can just like keep an if statement where like if the distance between this and an obstacle is like less than a certain if the set amount of distance, you can like make the thing stop or the action any action which you wanted to do. Like or if it's like a small obstacle, you can just move it aside and just continue going something like that.
Yeah. Wonderful. Now let's see if there are any questions. Any questions, folks? I know the coding might get complicated if you are not done one, but anyway, we'll start a very simple way how to light an LED. That is the hello world of this IoT. Any questions?
No, sir. Sir, it's
Yeah, Ganesh.
hello, sir. It's using Arduino for that project.
Raspberry Pi. He's using Raspberry Pi.
Okay. Okay.
Now let me show one real life example video which created by Intel. Give me a second. Let me just play this, then I will explain. Now look at this.
Sir, does it also consist of thermal sensor, thermal imaging camera?
Now we'll come to that. First, let's understand
Sir, so
the
does
distance
this
measurement part.
Sir, so is this LIDAR thing only used for motion sensoring and scanning, or more than that?
Now we'll come to LiDAR. First, let's finish what Pranav was showing. I just showed that so that now you understood when the person was running, it was calculating the nearest distance to the door. So in this case, yeah, they just showed it as a person, but it could have been a robot. For example, in any of the Amazon or Flipkart warehouses, I'm not sure if you have heard about it. The robots picks up whenever you click any product. It is not a person who will pick it up from the warehouse and puts it into the courier. It's actually fully automated. As soon as you click a button, a robot will go and pick it up. How will robot go and pick it up from the exact bin? It uses a lot of these sensors, and the concept is the same, even though they use a much more sophisticated laser guided and also this infrared rays, everything that's why the word LIDAR. It also uses lot many technologies. What you saw, whether it's thermal imaging, whether it is the distance measuring, or the laser or sonar. So all the technologies they use, so that the key thing is uh, to accurately position the robot so that it goes and stands in front of the actual bin, and also once it stands, it should identify whether the product which it is searching for is exactly the same. Okay, that is the idea. So now look at the power. Even though we are joining as an informal learning session, we are learning foundation for such sophisticated technology. So thanks, Pranav, for introducing that basics to us.
Yes.
Kiran uncle, I have a question.
Yeah.
So to calculate the distance, is it that the sensor records the speed of the race, and then it also records how much time it takes the ray to get hit by the object, and then it multiplies that and finds the distance?
First, irrespective of whether it's moving or not, at a point in time, at that millisecond, it should find out how much distance. Now let's assume it's 1 meter away.
Mm-hmm.
That means it has to keep calculating the distance every millisecond because it is moving now, right? Then it is also
Yeah.
approaching. That means imagine if it is a missile or if it is a rocket, it's much more critical, right?
Yeah.
This all laser guided missile, they say, right? It's easy to see. It's so fun to see on the movie when the military uses, but look at the technology. Every millisecond, it has to keep calculating continuously, not just one distance, from distance between any obstacle which is coming closer. Imagine another missile is coming towards this missile. That means it has to keep calculating the speed at which that missile is also coming, because it
Yeah.
has to escape from that missile, no?
Oh, yeah.
So that
So
means the distance calculation has to happen irrespective of the speed, but speed will complicate the matter.
no, I'm
So
not
it means
talking
you
about
it
the.
Hold on, let's finish with Ananya first.
Actually, I'm not talking about the speed of the object. And suppose the object that see, so there's an object and it wants to calculate the distance from the sensor to the stationary object. So then, is it like a sensor sends across a ray of light or laser maybe, and it knows the speed of that, and then it also records how much time it takes to hit the object, and then it multiplies that and finds the distance.
Yes, you are right. Yes, you are right. Yeah, it calculates the speed. It knows the speed at which the race travels, and it finds the time interval. For example, in this case, what Pranav was showing, it uses infrared rays, IR.
Okay, thank you, Karen uncle.
Yeah, in the other one, IntelliSense, which I showed, the other camera, it uses laser. So yeah,
So it doesn't use infrared waves. It actually use ultrasonic sound waves.
yeah. Thanks for correcting. Yeah, it uses ultrasound, and there are infrared sensors as well. Yeah, you're right, Pranav. It uses ultrasound. Yeah, Ananya, to answer your question, yes, irrespective of whether it's ultrasound, laser, or infra, yeah, it calculates the time it needs to travel both ways, and from the second it leaves and when it receives, so it finds the time interval. Look at how fast it has to do the processing. One is generating this light and sending it and capturing it and measuring it and then converting it into the distance and showing it to you.
Okay, Kiran.
Sir, can we measure the distance of an object without any sensor, just using a camera?
No, you cannot. How will you do?
Sir, by measuring the size of the object that that is approaching to us.
No, can you elaborate? How will you do it?
Sir,
For
the
example,
object
we see the moon. How will you know the moon is round and where you are? It might look, let's say, 1 feet wide. How will you know how many millions of kilometers away? So we need something else other than picture, right?
Yes, sir.
Picture depends on what lens you are using. Right, our eye also has a lens. Similarly, if you use a camera also has a lens. Just out of curiosity, do you know how telescope works?
Yes, sir.
How does it work? How many lenses are there?
Sir, the light comes to the concave lens as in the.
No. How many lenses are there in the telescope?
Sir, maximum.
Sir, I think so too.
Yeah, here is the exercise. Can you go and study about telescope this week and come and tell us next week? It's very interesting how telescope.
So there's one small
Sir,
lens and
I
one
thought
large lens from which we can see.
No. I don't want to answer now. Go and find out. So and also it's very interesting, and also how it ensures the image doesn't get inverted. So there is a very interesting concept how they use this optics. Okay, let's move on. Now let's see if Jishnu is back. Jishnu, are you ready for demo? No, he has sent me a video. Okay. I can play the video. Jishnu, will you be able to explain?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
1 second, let me see what you have done. Yeah, give me a second. Let me just share my screen. Yeah, Jishnu, are you able to see your video?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me play it. After this, you explain to us.
So we can't hearing the sound.
Yeah, there's no sound.
Okay.
Yeah, Jishnu, you can explain now. How did you go about doing it?
Sir, sir, in YouTube I did, sir. I learned the coding in YouTube, sir.
You are in which standard?
7th, sir.
Very good. Which school?
Narayana E-Techno.
Where is it? Is it in
Mandur.
Hoskote? Mandur. Okay. That's good. You like the game? Did you like the game?
Yes, sir.
You play cricket? Do you
Yes,
play
sir.
cricket? Okay. That's good. So
Yes,
next
sir.
time you also add some voice noise. Okay. For example, when the bowler bowls, you make one swish kind of sound. Do you know how to add sound to this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, find out how to add
No, sir.
sound. Yeah,
So,
you,
like when the batsman hits the ball, like there is a sound and scratch, like people are cheering. So we
yeah,
can
yeah,
do
yeah,
that also.
yeah, yeah. Use your creativity. So you can use uh, either batsman making a sound or ball hitting the sound, bat hitting the ball, or the crowd
Yes,
cheering. Okay, or you can even give some music. Do something, make it interactive, and bring more players. No, there are 11 players at
okay,
least.
sir.
Fielders. You have one wicket keeper, have one bowler, umpire, everybody. Put entire cricket team on the stage.
Yes, sir. I'll try that.
Do you play cricket?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, good. Are you liking these sessions?
Yes, sir. I like.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank
I
you.
have a question. Are you doing anything with the keyboard to make like the batsman hit the ball or anything, or is it just in the code?
I'm clicking the space button.
Oh, okay. So when the ball is coming, you have to click the space button so that it gets hit, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay, thanks, Jishnu, and wish you all the best and happy learning. Okay, now let's hear from Advait, who has joined us from Germany. Advait, over to you. Thanks for joining. Advait, what is that sound? Advait, there is some hissing sound coming from your side. I have muted you.
Now, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so
What was that sound?
I think it was just my microphone.
Okay, okay, good. I thought it's part of your game, augmented reality game.
Oh yeah, I'll show them that later. So first, I'll try and share screen.
Sure.
So
Anyway, there are a lot of newcomers. Can you briefly introduce yourself? Which standard you are in? Where do you live? And why are you
okay, so
here?
my
And
name is Advait, and I'm living in Germany, and I'm in 7th grade now. And yeah, I'm living
when were
in
you in
Germany.
Bangalore?
I was in Bangalore until I was 10 years old, and then we moved to Germany when I was 11.
Okay, it's
For what I
now
remember.
almost 1.5 years or 2 years now.
No, I think it has been, yeah, it's almost 3 years. I'm almost turning 13.
Okay, okay, cool.
Okay, so shall I explain to them what augmented reality and all
Yes,
that is?
please. Yes, please.
Okay. I'll just enable something. Okay. Use password. Okay. Okay, can I'm going to try and rejoin to share my screen, okay?
No problem.
Sir, some people were telling that Advait was not joining class because he was ill. Then today, when we were in the chat, he said that he was busy with classes.
Mm-hmm. So you're happy that he's back.
Yes, sir. I'm very happy.
Very good.
Sir, after Advait is done, can I share that Scratch project, sir?
Sure, sure. What is that you have done?
Sir, you had told to create quizzes in between that heart project.
Wonderful.
Okay,
Sure, you
I'm
can do
back.
it. Yeah,
I'll
go ahead,
share my
Advait.
screen.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir. This is Manasvi. After Chetana, can I show what I created in Sonic Pi, a song?
Yes, Manasvi.
Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so first I'll explain to you the different types of realities. So there's augmented reality, which I'll show you today. So augmented reality is basically augmenting the existing reality. So reality is your real world right now, then you're augmenting it. So you're basically adding more to it. And you do this using graphics and information. So has anybody here heard of Pokemon Go? Has anybody played it?
Yes. Have heard the name of it.
I've heard of it, but I've not played it before.
Okay, so Pokemon Go is a game where you can catch Pokemon, and that's a great example of AR. And then the real-time translation in Google, that's also a little bit of AR. And there's also for iPhones now there's a thing where you can measure using your phone camera. That's also augmented reality. Okay, and virtual reality. So virtual reality is reality, but it's a whole new immersive world. So you can play games. So you can play 3D games. So if anybody here plays like a bunch of, so if you've ever played 3D games, you can play that using VR. So you'll be the character. And then there's mixed reality. It's basically VR and AR mixed together. Microsoft HoloLens is a good example. So Microsoft HoloLens is used to create mixed reality experiences. Okay, so now I'll show you how I started with AR, and yeah, I'll show you a few examples. But it takes you'll need to download a bunch of software to start with augmented reality. So maybe I can show you that next class, maybe, if you can download it. Okay, so tell me if you can see my desktop. Can you guys see my desktop?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so first I decided to look at what is augmented reality. Then after I learned that, I looked at how to create my own. So I found these, so I started making my own using Spark Air Studio. So Spark Air Studio is made by Facebook, and you can create AR experiences with it. So this is one of the first things I made. This is sort of like an Instagram, Facebook effect. It's basically the simplest example of augmented reality. So this is the first thing I learned. So it basically replaces your face with this mask picture that I found. So now you can see me, and then now I have this mask on. So basically the way I did this was by, first of all, you have to get something called a face tracker. This is something that Spark Air offers. So what it does is it tracks, for when you're using the camera, it tracks your face. So it tracks for your face, and then you add a face mesh, which is the mask.
Advait,
So if
I've heard that
everybody's
on.
here familiar with material. Yes? What did you say?
Advait, I've heard that on iPhone there is a kind of app where it scans your face and it gives you a certain emojis. That also augmented reality.
Yeah, it's if it's anything used to putting something in the real world. So your face is reality. So if you add something to your face, that's augmented reality. So if it scans your face and then puts something on your face, that's also augmented reality. Okay? Okay, so and then there's, after I got the face tracker done, I put something called a face mesh, which is actually the picture of the mask, which is right here. Found this on Google, so I decided to use it. And this is the material. So this is the first thing I started with making. And then this is sort of like the simplest example of augmented reality. Then I decided to make the normal mask. This is also made by Spark. I'll show you another thing that's more advanced. Okay, if this loads, I can show you. Okay, so yep, it puts a mask on your face. So it's the exact same thing, but then yeah, I decided to track the eyes and make it visible and all that stuff. This is another example. And then I realized that this isn't exactly fun to use unless you're taking photos or something. So I decided to make a game, which is here. This is called Blinkboard. It's a game that I made. I think this was on WhatsApp. I'll show you how to play it. So the reason I built this was I realized that there's a difference between staying inside and looking at your computer while making something and going outside. I realized the difference is that when you go outside, you're not focusing on one thing and staring at it. And usually some people, when they're looking at their computer, they don't exactly blink. So it's not good for your eyes. So I made this game where you have to blink to make the character jump. If it doesn't lag, I can show you. And the score will only work for phones because it's a variable that's stored. So it's not like new every time you start. So I'll show you how the game works. Okay. Yep. Okay. If this doesn't lag, I can show you. Yep. So when I blink, the character jumps. Yeah, because of the lag, and probably. So basically what I did this time was I added this race track that keeps on looping. So it's basically like a circle that keeps repeating. That's what this is. And then there's a skateboarder that I wrote a script that makes it so each time you blink, the character does an animation. And that's in the script. Okay. There you go. And this can be made using JavaScript. It's called script.js. Okay. So basically what this does is Spark Air already provides you with a face tracker. So you already have something like that. So when you're using a face tracker, it tracks for your face, and then using the script, I wrote the script that will try and track for your eyes, and then there's a script that makes you jump. That's also provided. And then there's the animation sequences. Okay, and then after I made this, I decided to make because this can only be played by me, and I like games that I can play with other people. What's the noise? Is anybody's like computer like a screeching noise? Can you mute? Okay, so I'll show you the next game. And this is a multiplayer game, so you can play with your friends and stuff. So this is the second game this is the game that I made, so you can play with other people. So I'll show, this is also an augmented reality game that's made using planes. So what it does is it tracks for your plane on the ground, and then it places a battle arena, and you can play against your friends. This is what it looks like. I can't show you I'll show you the augmented reality part in a video because I'm using my computer now, and that doesn't support augmented reality. I'm just going to enter my player name, enter game. This is a development build. I made this using an app called Unity.
Advait, there's a question from Vikram.
Application that is used. You can make all sorts of games with it.
Advait, there's a question from Vikram.
You can make all types of games, any game you want. This is mainly used for making 3D games or different types of applications. So enter game. Now I'm connected to something called a Photon server. This is a multiplayer server that I made, that I use. So Photon server will provide you the server so 20 people can play at once in this game. So I'm going to click quick match, and then now I can choose my Beyblade. So here, under here, it shows you what type of Beyblade it is. This one's a defense type because of all the protection, and this one with its sharp talons is attack type. Or you can go back. I'm going to choose. You can also reselect. I'm going to choose this one. Then battle. So now is where the augmented reality part comes in, and this slider is basically used for scaling it up and down. And then I can place and search for games. So no match found, so I can play with myself now. I'll try if I can. Okay, yeah, I can. I'll just show you a YouTube video of how it will look like. Okay. I'm going to switch and show you the YouTube video. Okay, your channel. Okay, here you go. So here's basically the video. Don't know if it's good quality or not. So this is the AR part of the video. Okay, look. So when I start, this is what it looks like on a phone. So as you can see, the thing detected the seat and where you sit as a flat surface. So then it selects as a yellow, and I can move this slider to make it go up and down. I'm probably going to do that. Yep, it's detecting more flat surfaces. And now I can click place. Yep. Now it stays there. So unless I click place, the Beyblade thing doesn't exactly move. The stadium doesn't move. So now I'm going to start playing. So now I can click adjust or search for games. I click search for games, and because this is an example of Photon server, and because there was nobody else playing the game as it was a development build, I joined to a random room where I can wait for other players. And now I have a friend join. So whenever he joins, it's going to say somebody joined on right here. Yep, he joined. So now we can start fighting. So he's attack type and I'm a defense type. And this game also uses a bunch of physics and all those kind of mathematical stuff. So the way I realized that the easiest way to calculate who takes more damage is to see who goes faster. So I made a variable called player speed. So Takeuchi, which is my friend, when he hits me fast, so if he's faster than me and he hits me, he takes a little bit of damage and I take a lot more damage because he hit me more. It's basically the same as when you fall, or it's basically the same when you push somebody. They take more, so they'll take more damage than your hand. Okay, so again, he's an attack type, so he's doing more damage to me.
So
and now I'm ramming into him, and he's taking more damage now.
So Advait, the arena was built in real life,
Now,
and the characters.
If I lose, it's going to say you are killed, respawning at 2-1, and then I respawn. And now we can start fighting. So this is the more advanced game I decided to create. And yeah. So if you want to create things like this, I'll show you in the next class, because you need to download a lot of things like Spark Air Studio and a bunch of other stuff. So if you have Spark Air Studio, you can, instead of waiting for me next Sunday, you can start looking at already, you can start learning things yourself. You can have a world object, which is what I just did. You can place something in the real world, and that's augmented reality. And there's face decoration like glasses. Then you can have color filter and 2D stickers and all that. Object reveal, then hair color and all that stuff. So if you learn, you can do this kind of thing. Okay. That's it.
Yeah, question time.
Any questions?
First question I see is that Spark board a paid one or free? Spark AR. Advait, are you able to hear me?
Does anybody have any questions?
Advait, where are you created this?
Oh, okay. I can hear you now. Okay, so what I did, so what game are you talking about? Wait, can you guys say again? I can hear it properly.
Tarang, you had a question, no? Can you repeat your
Yes,
question?
sir. So, Advait, in the game, the arena was made in real life, and those two objects were augmented reality, or everything was augmented reality?
So as I told you before, augmented reality is when you add something. And there wasn't a real battle arena in the world. It was all augmented reality.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. And also,
Advait,
yeah,
where are you created this?
the multiplayer game or Blink board? Which one?
A multiplayer game.
Oh, that's made using Unity. Unity is basically an advanced application. So it takes up a lot more time to make something with Unity.
Okay,
And
okay,
Unity is
thanks.
like super advanced, and it uses its own type of programming language. If you've heard of it, it's called C sharp. It's basically like a new programming language, just like Python or JavaScript or yeah. It's basically just a new version of it. It creates
Okay,
its own things. So it has a programming language called C sharp, and that's what you make. That's what you have to code in.
okay, thanks.
Okay. Anybody have more questions? Is Sparker paid? No, it's not. Sparker isn't paid. You don't have to pay money for it. It's paid by Facebook, so all you have to do is Sparker download. Just search it up on Google, and then you'll find it. Okay. Okay.
Anybody else has any question? Otherwise, we'll move on to the next one.
No, sir. I use same as it.
Pawan, hello, Pawan Trimal, are you there?
Yes, sir.
You are from Nalanda, is it?
Yes, sir.
So, how did you like our session?
Sir, it was nice.
Okay.
I'm new to this coding, so it's taking a little time for me to understand.
Okay, okay. Yeah, tell your friends you can learn a lot of new things.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks, Advait. Thanks for joining after a long gap.
No problem. Thank you for inviting.
We will learn a lot more on augmented reality. Yeah, folks, both Spark AR and Unity are the leading platforms in the world, even in the commercial space and the enterprise space. It is not just for the kids. Okay, it's for grown-ups also, and also we are also using it. So you can learn a lot of things in such simple ways, and with a lot of fun as well. Okay, thanks for Advait for introducing this to us.
So, thank you for giving me the editing app.
Okay, yeah, you install and let us know. In next class, you can show us how to use it. I have not used it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, over to you, Chetna. Would you like to show your quiz?
Yes, sir. Just a second.
Sir, in the Scratch classroom, I had assigned a quiz project to everybody.
Okay.
Sir, are you able to see?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, so what I have done after each slide, or maybe 2 slides, I've given like press space key to continue, because you had told to give gap between each slide. Heart.
This is the sound of a heartbeat.
So now if I press space key, it will continue.
Our heart is made up of 4 chambers. Namely, left atrium, right atrium, left ventricle, and right ventricle.
Fun facts. The average heart is the size of an adult fist.
Your heart will beat around 1,15,000 times each day. Each day, your heart pumps about 2,000 gallons of blood.
A man's heart is typically 2 ounces heavier than a woman's.
The blood vessel system would extend over 60,000 miles. A woman's heart beats slightly faster than a man's.
Now, let's take a small quiz.
How many chambers are there in a human heart? Option A, 5. Option B, 10. Option C, 2. Option D, 4. So now if I press space key, it will ask what my answer is. If I give the correct answer, correct. That's right. How long would our blood vessel system extend? Option A, 1,000 miles. Option B, 10,000 miles. Option C, 60,000 miles. Option D, 4,000 miles. And if I give the wrong answer, like, better luck next time.
Now, let's see how our heart pumps the blood.
So that was it, sir. Sir?
Yeah, are you using the image to show the quiz? Is it under sprite?
No, sir, it's a backdrop.
Yeah, probably you can use some other technique to make it very clear. Otherwise, on mobile, when we see it, might not be readable.
Yes, sir.
It's possible to build the menu using text itself.
Sir?
It is possible to build the menu using text instead of backdrop.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's I think excellent work, Chetna. Yeah, this definitely helps. You can now build a completely independent self-learning module.
Thank you, sir. My sister. Sir, my sister has done another project. Can I share that?
What is it about?
Sir, it's about a game.
Okay.
It's,
Your sister is in which standard?
She's in 7th, sir.
She's also in Vijay High School, is it?
No, sir, she's studying in Carmel Convent.
Where?
Carmel Convent School.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. What's her name?
Sir, my name is Kirti.
Yeah, Kirti, go ahead.
Kiran sir, sorry to interrupt, but I have one more question. So I had a school project which is due tomorrow, and I needed to. It's a Hindi project where I needed to use the app where you can use a Hindi keyboard called Mangal. But then when I tried to install it and use it, it didn't work at all, sir. Is there any way you can help me? My father and I tried many things, but it's still not working.
No, anyway, I cannot help right now. Let's finish this, then I will call you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead, Kirti.
So you're able to see, sir?
Yes.
Just a second, sir. Sir, I don't know what's happening. Sir, I guess it's not coming.
No, it's not loaded the sprite. Can you load the sprite again?
Yes, sir. 1 second.
What you can do is you don't remove any shark. Add one more shark. I'll just show you how to do it. Don't remove it. Add one more shark.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, now drag and drop the code from this shark to that shark.
Okay. Just a second.
Drag and drop all the code. Hold on. Now, why is it not showing this? Click on shark 3. Let's see in the shark
No,
3.
it already transported the code. Yeah.
No, it's not showing for some reason. By default, no, stop everything. Let's see. Is there any code in the backdrop? Have you done any
No.
code? The code is only in shark, right?
Yeah, shark and fish.
Fish, anyway, you have hidden it, right? I see the hidden icon.
Sir, but it should come, sir. I mean, it has been cloning itself in the game.
Okay.
Okay, sir, that's fine. We'll show it in the next week, sir. Next
No problem.
class.
Or you can share in the WhatsApp also.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Kirti.
Sir,
Yeah, Ravi.
sir, can my semester?
Excuse me, sir.
Hold, Manasvi. Ravi, do you have any question?
Sir, I'm not having any question, but I share my screen.
What is that?
Sir, can I share my screen?
What do you want to show?
Sir, I did last week show you only 2 courses, no, sir?
Yeah. Just hold on. Let Manasvi show. After Manasvi, you can show it.
Sir, shall I share my screen?
Yeah, Manasvi, go ahead.
Yes, sir. 1 second. Sir, can you see
Yes, it's coming up.
now?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah. 1 second. Sir, I had coded Mary had a little lamb. So shall I run? Can you hear?
Yeah, it is coming feebly. Can you increase the volume?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, we can hear now.
Yes, sir.
Sir, it's not clear.
So anyway, she will share the code because it is coming from the
Sir,
external.
how to share the code, sir?
You can share it in WhatsApp. You can save it as a text file and save it in the WhatsApp.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Hold, Ganesh. Then another thing is you can also add some, because there are multiple tracks possible. You can add some background, whether drums or some other melodious one. You can mix a couple of instruments,
Yes, sir.
and you can also sing along the way.
Yeah.
Try all these things. It will be nice.
Yes, sir. And I had coded also happy birthday to you.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Should I play it?
Yeah. Looks like your brother is making background noise.
Sir?
I heard some background noise also. Is your brother also around?
No, sir. I don't have a brother.
Okay.
She has a sister.
You have a sister.
Yeah, sir.
Your sister is making this noise, is it?
No, sir. Sir, she was silent until now.
Okay, that's good. So how did you go about coding this? Yeah, it's nice. But what did you use this as a base? How did you figure out which note to play?
Sir?
How did you figure out which note to play? How did you select this sequence of D or E or G or F
Sir,
sharp?
I got it from the internet, sir, the notes.
Okay, okay. Yeah, you can get into some more complex notes so that it should so that you can improve the quality, or you can add more instruments.
Yeah, sir, I had done one more where I used a little bit more complicated ones. So shall
What
I
is this
play?
music about? Now, is it some random music or there is something you try to compose?
No, sir, random music.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, nice. Where do you plan to use this?
Sir?
Where do you plan to use this music?
I didn't understand. I didn't get you.
Where do you want to use this music? This music is nice, right?
Yeah.
Where do you want to use it? Where can you use it to make it more useful?
Sir, in like when in somewhat like concerts or something like that.
Or you can use it in your Scratch projects also, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To make it much more.
Yes,
You can also use it as the background music to some games or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good job, and keep learning.
Yes, sir.
Sir, sorry to interrupt, but
Excuse me, sir.
Hold, Ganesh. Yeah, Chetna.
sir, the project has been loaded now, sir. Can I share it?
Just hold on. Let's give opportunity to other students. Yeah, Manasvi, thanks. You can mute yourself.
Yes, sir. And I had to show something in Scratch also.
Yeah, we will come back. Let's see what Raviteja has to show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shall I stop?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Raviteja, over to you.
Sir, I ought to show is cracks.
Yeah.
Can I stay my screen, sir?
Yeah.
Can I see my screen, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, the topic is the boy is summer vacation, sir.
Hmm.
The game, the beach,
Now play it. Let's see it.
the gone to another another water and enjoying the sea animals and team and his team came, sir. But is outside.
This is nice. You have to also add some commentary, some text and some music, some voice.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Anything else you want to show?
Sir, can I show you like this?
No, if everything is like this, no point. You have to also add, like I told you last time also, no? You have to make it more interesting. You have to add text, you have to add music, you have to add your commentary, and
Sir, I
introduce the more characters.
Sir, I don't know how to have music.
You have to learn.
Okay, sir.
Ask Chirantan.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. You are liking it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. You can stop sharing.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Ganesh?
Sir, I've too made Mary had a little lamb on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Can I hear you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful. Yeah, nice that you have also used another uh, instrument also. Can you share the code on WhatsApp? Yeah, Chetna, you wanted to show something, is it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead.
sir. Just a second. Yes, sir. You're able to see my screen?
Yes, it's coming up. Yeah, we can see it now. Yeah, we can see the shark also.
Okay, sir. I'll just play it. Yes, sir. This was the game.
Chetna, I have a doubt.
Yeah, this was done by Kirti.
Oh, okay. So is this controlled by arrow keys?
No. It is actually you've set X to your mouse pointer. So wherever you move, it will go.
Oh, okay.
You are controlling
Thank
through your
you.
mouse pointer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Good job, Kirti. You can increase the complexity, either increase the speed or make it random where the fishes are coming. I think it's already random. Or increase the complexity and give some carrot also.
Yes, sir.
That means if you catch some 2, 3 in one row, your points will increase. Or give an option where the speed at which the fishes will come should increase, so that then you have to be much more alert.
Yes,
So
sir.
like that, you can start increasing the levels.
Yes, sir.
Then have more fishes coming. It's not one at a time.
Yes, sir.
Then, as Netra was asking, include other using keyboard also in addition to the mouse.
Okay, sir.
Then you will learn a lot many things, how to think, to do multiple tasks at a time.
Yes, sir.
Are you liking it?
Yes, sir.
What do you like, Scratch or Sonic Pi?
Sir, I like Scratch.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, add some background music also.
Yes, sir.
And what about Python?
Excuse me, sir.
What about Python?
Sir, I'm learning, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else you want to show?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Ganesh.
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm?
I've just sent the link of that code.
Okay, very good. I will share it with all.
Yeah, you can see it on YouTube. I've sent it on the chat board.
Yeah, yeah, sure. How did you put it on YouTube, or you learned from that YouTube?
Yes, sir. I've learned on YouTube.
Okay, okay. That's nice. And you played it on Raspberry Pi, is it?
Yeah.
Very nice. Now, you are getting music on your external phone or on the TV?
On phone, sir.
No, no, no. This one, when you play on Raspberry Pi, where does the sound come?
Yeah, sound comes from TV.
From TV. Okay, okay. Sure. Good job.
And sir,
Huh?
in Python, I've made a new program of tables, but I'm unable to share you.
Take a picture and send me WhatsApp. No, take a picture in your mobile and send me the WhatsApp.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's give the control back to Pranav. Pranav, you want to show the soil moisture sensor?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so just 1 minute. I'm just setting it up. Just 1 minute.
Take your time. No hurry. In the meantime, anybody else has any question?
Sir, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, so actually, I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I've switched on the camera. I'm going to show the code and everything from the camera on itself.
Sure.
Yep, I've stopped. Yeah, so this is the moisture sensor, and I've kept like few balls. This is like wet soil, and this is dry, and this has nothing in it. I'm going to use that for just like putting water and just testing after that. Then this is the code for the moisture sensor. It's pretty simple only. It's pretty simple. So it's like there's a forever loop which like keep on running, and then there's like a if else statement. If there's no value which the thing is giving, if there's no moisture value which the sensor is giving, then it's going to give the statement. It's going to print the statement. You need to water your plant. And then if there's like moisture and then it's enough, then it's going to give a statement moisture threshold reach. I'm just going to run it. Yes, so it's saying you need to water your plant. It's saying you need to water your plant. But as soon as I keep it in the wet soil, I'll put it in the now it's saying moisture threshold reached as soon as I put it in the wet soil. Can you see it? So can you hear me?
I can see it. So, any questions, folks? And can you tell me anybody else who has seen this? Tell me where can we use this in real life?
Pranav, I think that's very cool. I really liked it. It's very good.
Thank you.
Where is it useful?
And one more thing, if you just like put it in plain water, so I've just fill this cup with water, it just gives you need to water your plant because it needs to be touching both the soil and water. 1 second.
Any idea how does it differentiate between soil and water?
That I'm not sure.
Find out, no? That will be an interesting thing to see.
Sir, I think so because soil contains silicates and water does not contain silicates.
No, I did not hear you. Can you repeat?
Sir, I think so because soil contains silicates and water does not contain silicates.
Yeah, looks like logical. Let's find out exactly what's happening.
Okay.
Sir, maybe it could be like it detects the water so by electricity. So if electricity flows to both the points, then it's water, and soil does not conduct electricity, so it does not join the 2 points. So maybe that's
And
how the
one
site.
Now, what if there is no water? If it is dry soil, then also it's able to find out that water it needs to be watered. No?
No, it
So
just
what about
says
your
don't water, right? That is because it does not sense any electricity. So that means it needs more water because it does not conduct electricity.
But both wet soil and water will conduct electricity, right? How is it
Yeah, so
different
water would
between wet
conduct
soil and
electricity.
water?
Soil won't conduct electricity. So if you
No, no,
put it inside soil,
wet soil will conduct.
yeah, wet soil would conduct because it would have a layer of water over it, so it can
But
conduct
now it's
electricity.
able to identify when it is in wet soil and when it is just pure water.
So when it is wet soil, it would have conduct. It would be able to conduct electricity, and in dry soil, it won't conduct any
No,
electricity.
no, dry soil is clear, but what I'm asking is between wet soil and water.
I do not know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking him to find out.
Yes. So one more. Yeah. So this is the setup, which yeah. And one more thing, actually, you don't actually need the program either because there's actually a what do you call a LED which is light over here, which lights up if it's in moist soil like this.
Okay, okay.
So this is the meter, like the meter which like senses the moisture. Sorry, which tells how much moisture it is. This is just a sensor.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, find out what is the physics behind this.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
what about you were talking? I was not able to hear because of the internet disturbance.
Yeah, I will send you the recording, then you can hear it. Yeah. Anybody else has any question?
So last week or before last week, someone made that heart project, and they had made up 360 degrees 360 degrees animated heart. How did they made it?
Yeah, it was Chetna. Chetna, would you like to answer it?
Yes, sir. Actually, you.
Show your screen and then explain, then he will understand.
Okay, 1 second. Just a second. Okay, so you might have seen GIFs. Actually, they are like costumes. So what I tried is I imported a GIF in Scratch, so it had automatically turned the GIF into costumes. So if I just set it to change into next costume, it would do that. So it seems to be it will be moving in a 360 way. Okay, let me just show that. So here it is like step by step.
I mean, how did you get the images of the heart step by step?
That's what, when you import a GIF, like if you download a GIF into your computer and then you import it into Scratch, it will automatically have all the costumes. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. So shall I stop it? Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Chetna. Chirantan, do you know what is GIF?
Sir, no.
Then you did not understood. Do you know what's a video file, right?
So yeah, sir.
So GIF comes closer to video, but it is called the full form. It's a shorter form. It's an abbreviation for graphical interchange format. Do you know how video works?
So by taking a camera video or which one?
Any video.
So it takes,
What is the difference between a still picture and a video?
so video takes pictures of frame by frame per second.
How many?
So it depends on the camera. One ordinary phone camera takes 28 pictures per second, means 28 frames per second. Mobile cameras.
Yeah, but no, I'm not asking you to tell me the capacity of a camera. Tell me how our human eye can differentiate between a picture, still picture, and a video. When that still picture becomes a video. If I keep showing you still picture one after another, after how many pictures per second, if I show you, you will be able to differentiate.
Sir, can you repeat? I didn't understand.
For example, if I keep showing you pictures one frame after another, Chetna, can you just bring up your heart, the sprites, various costumes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, now. Yeah, just keep clicking.
Sir, can I leave the meeting?
Yes, please. Thank you. Keep clicking one by one, slowly, so that we can see. Chirantan, keep looking at the right side. Now what's happening to the center image as she is clicking? It's slowly rotating, right?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, you can stop, not an issue. Now, why is that? Now you know it is not a video, right, Chirantan?
Yeah, sir.
But when she is playing, it looks like a video. Just press on the green button.
Sir, camera stitches frames into a video, frame into a tape.
No. Look at it. Yeah, stop it. Now look at it. The same picture appeared as a video. Got it? Look at it.
Yeah, sir.
It is not a video. It is frame by frame. She's showing. Okay. So our human eye will assume it cannot differentiate if we quickly change one frame to another. That means that 24 frames per second when you said no. If it is less, we can identify that you are changing the frame. If it is more, we cannot identify. We will assume the picture only is moving. That's how we will see it as a video. Video also, there is nothing called video. It's actually frame by frame only it is showing. Now, GIF, graphical interchange format, actually it collects, basically it shows in one object these multiple frames, which Scratch is able to split it into frames and import. That is one feature which is allowed in Scratch. That's what Chetna has done it. She has imported a GIF. She found the GIF on internet by Googling it. There are tools available where you can create your own GIFs. Okay, you can write these pictures. Yeah, Chetna, thanks. I will show mine. Just stop sharing. Now you see, I will show handwritten pictures which will look like video. One second, let me just bring up. Chirantan, are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Now look at this cat. Even though you know very clearly that it is handwritten. Okay, look at on the right side. It is slowly jumping. So you know it is picture by picture I am showing. Now you see the magic when I do this. I will just move it to the full screen. Now as soon as I click this green button, see what happens. So is it a video or is it a still picture? What's your conclusion?
Sir, it's a video.
Sir, it's a still picture in a different forums.
Yeah,
It is like a still picture playing continuously.
It is being shown very fast.
So still pictures are stitched together and make a video.
Even in motion pictures also, when you see in a movie, in a theater, there also it is the same thing. But they do it so fast, so you won't realize.
It's like
Sir,
a
so many
flip book.
pictures are changing by frame per second, so many so fast, so that our brain can't analyze that so fast, and so that we think that's that's a video.
So it is possible to combine these pictures into a GIF file also. GIF is also another format. Like you see MP4. MP4 is another format. They're all compressed videos, compressed pictures.
So how can we make a GIF?
Yeah, there are tools available, GIF makers in Google. If you do Google, you will find out. So you can do either way. With the still picture, you can make a GIF, or you can extract still pictures using a GIF. Okay. So yeah, anybody else has any question?
Sir, actually, I didn't understand what Pranav had done. Did he do something using Raspberry Pi?
Yes, he was using Raspberry Pi to get signals from the sensor and show it to you.
Okay.
Because sensor being it is just a mechanical instrument. It is piece of it's a material science. Okay.
Yeah.
And you will give some voltage.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you send some voltage to the sensor and something else happens. That voltage will either voltage or current, whatever you send, either it will increase, decrease, or totally it will stop.
Okay.
Or if it is temperature, then temperature will also produce voltage or reverse. So using these properties, we will derive that if this happens, it could be this, like using mathematics or physics functions, using the computing, we will derive that.
Okay.
Unlike this, when you measure a temperature using mercury, we just use it, how much it expands. That's it, nothing else. We don't measure actual temperature, right?
Yeah.
How will you, if you use a thermometer, what do you mean by 98 degree? because mercury expands by Saturn and it goes and stands near 98.8, which is marked on this glass cube.
Yeah.
Since it is so consistent, irrespective of whether you measure the temperature in America or in India, it shows the same value. So we rely on that. It is not direct measurement. We rely on the property of mercury. Similarly, he measured the distance. One is, that ultrasonic sound, as we discussed, it measured the time it took to send and receive. Then the other case he showed us is the moisture. Moisture, it uses some other property, either the drop in voltage or drop in the reduction in current or something it will measure. Anyway, if you get into the details, I'm sure you will find the details. But Raspberry Pi is the key thing because sensor is a piece of metal or some material. It won't to tell you anything. You need a Raspberry Pi to understand.
Okay. Yes, sir, I got it.
Yeah, it's already 1:15. You must be feeling hungry. So yeah, I think a lot of things. Let me show you one interesting thing. This is Raspberry Pi. This is the regular keyboard. And this is Raspberry Pi 400. Look at how big or small it is compared to the Raspberry Pi. Cool, right? Instead of having these two, right? Now we don't need both of these. We just need this one. Interestingly, I am using my keyboard, which is almost the same size. This is just the keyboard without any computer, whereas this keyboard has a computer inside. So this keyboard needs only the monitor and a mouse.
So it has a Raspberry Pi inside it?
This has Raspberry Pi inside. You can see the pins here, right? These are the 40 pins. And here is the SD card. And here are the USB and here is the Ethernet. And here is the power port.
That has a Raspberry Pi. I'll show you right.
Oh, they're like sketched up with that. Oh.
I'll show you.
Raspberry.
Okay, so let's keep discovering more and exploring more. Thanks a lot and see you next week. Have a lot of fun. Enjoy your Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, Advait, for joining. See you next week also.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye, sir.
Bye.
Thanks a lot, sir. Bye, sir.